Okay, I wanted to do this video 10.69.2.3, I think it is. Anyway, it did a couple of things really good. And I want to talk about how it did these things. Now we've got a right-hand turn coming up, really busy sort of street. And it stops, although a bit too far into the intersection, but it had to see, so I accept that. But it's going to make this right turn pretty quickly. And the one thing I noticed about this, it did not creep. And this has been a problem. It's driven this tester absolutely Looney Tune that this thing creeps through intersections. Okay, now I've got a slow motion on this because we just started. Now you see that van over there on the right? That van was blocking the lane. I mean, that's the right turn lane he's in, but he was blocking the lane. But I knew there was a vehicle behind him, and that's that big white van behind him. And it seems that FSD determined the speed of that van and took off and got its speed up as a driver would. Now, we're at 31 miles per hour, and that's right as it straightened out after the intersection. That's unusual. So it doesn't usually do that. Usually I can expect it to creep and drive me absolutely Looney Tune, but it did not. It did something really normal. It knew it had to catch up because there was a vehicle coming at, a fairly fast speed, and it had to get up to speed. Now you can see we're up to about 40 miles an hour now. Well, that was really good. That's something I haven't seen it do often. But in fact, it surprised me when it happened because I thought it was going to start creeping. I was going to have to kick it out. But up here, a little bit farther, we have another issue it's going to go into. And it did pretty good on this one too. And it did something that I thought was unusual because I don't often see this. Now, it's going to have to get into the left lane because there's a roundabout coming up here. And usually it waits too late. But in this case, if you watch this, it's going to start making this turn into the left lane. This is like a mile ahead of time. And that's unusual. I don't usually see it making decisions that far in advance. Okay, we're going to come up on this roundabout, and it's it's a two-lane roundabout. It's had trouble with this thing before. It's a pretty new roundabout anyway. Let's see what it does. Okay, coming in, maybe a little bit too fast coming in. That's not unusual. Then it slows down. It slows down too much. It gets down to almost 10 miles an hour, which it shouldn't do that. But it proceeded to go through that roundabout smoothly. Usually it doesn't go through very smooth, and it stayed in the right lane. Every once in a while, it tries to go in the right lane, and it screws up that, and it takes me off course. But did good. Now, up here a little bit farther, we're going to come on to about a 160-degree turn. Now, it has trouble with this turn. It usually comes in too fast. It usually makes the turn, but it's kind of unsure as it goes through, and it's kind of bebopping around. And it's coming in too fast. That is too fast, but it's slowing down, and there's the turn right there. Now, it's down to 20 miles an hour, but it said, I can't make the turn. I'm not going to do it. So it went past, but then it rerouted almost immediately, and now it's coming up to the next road, which is the one it would have to take if it missed that turn. And there it is. It's starting to turn right into that road, and it took me all the way home. Found the route beautifully. So I would always wish that FSD, if it sees something it's not comfortable with, can't figure it out or something, it'll just reroute to go around it. And it doesn't always do that. Uh, I've had it come into that corner and just bebop all over the place trying to figure out what to do, get halfway through the corner and stop and all kinds of stuff. But this was actually pretty good. Uh, I don't know if this version's all that great. I didn't see, huge improvements in it, but uh, that was impressive and it did pretty dang good. That's it on this one.